The evidence that Yandy was cheating on Mendeecees has been leaked by Mendeecees' son. There have been very few stories in the world of celebrity drama that have been able to catch the interest of the general public as much as the story of Mendeecees Harris, his wife Yandy Smith, and the dynamics of their family. Because of his participation in the popular show Love and Hip Hop, New York, Mendeecees, who is also a businessman and a reality TV personality, has become a name that is known to everyone. Yandy, his wife, has been a consistent presence on the show, and she is frequently presented as a supportive wife who is attempting to balance the responsibilities of parenting their children while still continuing to manage her work the same. However, recent occurrences have caused shockwaves to go across the world of reality television. There are allegations that Gosip, Mendeecees' son, has divulged evidence that Yandy has been unfaithful to Mendeecees. The drama that has surrounded these allegations is anything but typical, since it draws attention to more profound struggles inside the family and reveals the more private aspects of celebrity life. This narrative delves into the specifics of the alleged leak, including the responses from individuals who were involved and the potential repercussions and outcomes for the family. But beyond the headlines and speculations, it raises questions about trust, commitment, and the difficulties of relationships in the public glare. What happened because of the leak? It all began with a leak that was completely unexpected. According to reports, Gosip, Mendeecees' son from a prior relationship, discovered incriminating documents that proved Yandy had been unfaithful to Mendeecees over the course of their relationship. There is still a great deal of controversy over the precise nature of the leak. There are those who assert that Gosip discovered texts or phone records, while others think that he discovered a video or audio recording that implicated Yandy in an affair. Regardless of the medium, the effect was the same: a shocking revelation threatening to rip apart the Harris family. The timing of the release could not have been more inconvenient. The reunion between Mendeecees and Yandy was supposed to be a moment of joy and healing for their family. Mendeecees had only recently returned home from spending a sentence in jail. Instead, the new information put a shadow on their relationship, making it more difficult overall. Mendeecees, who had been incarcerated for a period of time that was fraught with turmoil, was now confronted with the prospect that his wife had deceived him while he was away. The emotional weight of this betrayal was increased by the fact that it came from his own son, Gosip, a teenager who was probably caught in the middle of the complicated interpersonal dynamics that his parents were experiencing at the time. How Gosip contributed to the leak? An additional layer of complexity has been added to the case as a result of Gosip's involvement in the leak. A young man who is navigating the waters of his own identity, while also navigating the tumultuous waters of being a member of a blended family. Due to the fact that Gosip is the son of Mendeecees, a public figure who has a significant position in the entertainment business, it is highly probable that he has been forced to deal with more than his fair share of drama and controversy. Throughout the course of Love and Hip Hop, his relationship with Yandy has been a central focus, and fans have frequently observed the highs and lows of their interactions with each other as a family. Important questions regarding Gosip's motivations are also brought up as a result of the leak. Is it possible that he was acting out of genuine care for the well-being of his father, or was there another underlying issue that contributed to his behavior? In a circumstance such as this one, important motivating factors can include defiance on the part of adolescents, troubled relationships, and a strong sense of loyalty to one's biological parent. It is probable that Gosip felt driven to expose the truth because he believed that his father needed to know about the alleged infidelity that Yandy had committed. On the other hand, the leak may also be construed as an act of defiance, a method of asserting authority over a circumstance that had spiraled out of his control. What is undeniable, however, is that the activities of Gosip have resulted in a tremendous amount of consequences. Not only has he put his connection with his father in jeopardy, but he has also put his relationship with Yandy in jeopardy, which might potentially tear them apart. This public exposure of dirty laundry simply adds fuel to the fire of an already difficult relationship, and while Mendeecees may appreciate the honesty, he may also feel betrayed by his son's conduct. This is because the scenario continues to become more hostile. Yandy's denial and public reaction. As the leak began to gain popularity on social media and entertainment outlets, Yandy Smith was eager to disavow any involvement. She defended herself by taking to her platforms and forcefully refuting the claims of infidelity that were made against her. Yandy argued, through a series of heartfelt writings, that the allegations were not true and that her family was being ripped apart by a deliberate attempt to destroy her. She also stated that the claims were baseless. She acknowledged the strain that her relationship with Mendeecees had experienced as a result of his incarceration and the pressure that came with being in the public eye. However, she vehemently refuted any allegations that she had cheated on him. The response received from Yandy was not surprising. Because of her status as a public figure, she has been subjected to criticism for a variety of aspects of her life, both on the show and in the published press. The accusations of infidelity only serve to further complicate her already complicated image, which has been called into question on numerous occasions. Her role as a supportive wife has been called into question. Throughout her life, Yandy has been a warrior, and she appeared to be resolute in her pursuit to safeguard both her marriage and her reputation at whatever cost. Responses from the general public to Yandy's denial were varied. Given the amount of affection that they had showed from Mendeecees on Affection and Hip Hop, a number of her supporters came together to support her and express their amazement that she would betray them. Others, however, were unconvinced of her defense, with many thinking that the truth may be more nuanced than she let on. In the realm of reality TV, where manipulation, editing, and hidden agendas sometimes muddy the lines of reality, it can be difficult to know who to believe. This is the reaction of the Mendeecees, torn between two worlds. The allegations caused Mendeecees to experience a range of emotions, including shock, pain, and confusion. Finally, after years of enduring legal battles and the emotional toll of incarceration, he had finally come home to the woman he loved, only to be confronted with yet another betrayal. The protection of his family was his top duty, but he found himself questioning all he believed he knew about his wife, and the life they had established together since they had started their family. On the one hand, Mendeecees might have experienced the pain of betrayal from Yandy, for whom he had placed his faith in order to be there for him during the challenging period he spent behind bars. On the other hand, Mendeecees may have had a difficult time coming to terms with the reality that his son had been indirectly responsible for the disclosure of such private information about his mother. There have been occasions when Mendeecees' relationship with Osim has been tense, but it is quite evident that this leak has further complicated the situation. The relationship between a father and his son has always been fraught with tension, and this scandal has the potential to intensify the rift between them. Mendeecees was forced to navigate the difficult task of reconciling with both his wife and his son as the situation continued to unfold despite his best efforts. When it came to the public, he maintained a certain level of silence, possibly in order to avoid making hasty choices in the heat of the moment. On the other hand, it is highly probable that Mendeecees was having a difficult time processing the overpowering feelings that he was experiencing behind closed doors. While on the one hand, he desired to safeguard his family and maintain the integrity of his marriage. On the other hand, the treachery he had suffered was apparent, and the issue remained whether he could completely forgive Yandy for what had purportedly occurred. The family fallout, a broken trust. The consequences from the leaked material has been nothing short of catastrophic for the Harris family. Trust once lost is difficult to recover, and the ties between Mendeecees, Yandy, and Osim have been gravely harmed. While it's hard to foretell the exact course of their destinies, it's apparent that this incident will leave a lasting impression. Following the disclosure of the information, it is likely that Mendeecees and Yandy will decide to part ways or take some time apart in order to assess the state of their relationship. While there are some couples who are able to triumph after infidelity, there are others who discover that the harm is unable to be repaired. Without a doubt, their road will be one that involves significant introspection, therapy, and possibly even criticism from the general public. When it comes to Osim, the young man may have a difficult time dealing with thoughts of guilt and bewilderment. Through his actions, he may have been motivated by a desire to safeguard his father. Nevertheless, by doing so, he has harmed his connection with his stepmother in a way that cannot be repaired. Both navigating his feelings and making peace with the adults in his life will be a struggle that he will face on an ongoing basis. The Harris family's prospects for the future. The future of the Harris family is filled with uncertainty. Is it possible that they will be able to move on from this scandal and regain their trust in one another? Or will this be the moment that their marriage finally breaks down? Time is the only thing that can tell. What is obvious is that the events surrounding Mendeecees, Yandy, and Osim will continue to be a matter of public intrigue, with followers eagerly awaiting any updates on the family's status. For Mendeecees and Yandy, their relationship has always been tumultuous, full with ups and downs, both in their personal lives and in the public glare. Despite the fact that they have encountered a tremendous deal of difficulty, this most recent incident might prove to be the most difficult test they have ever encountered. At some point in the future, it is possible that they will discover a way to work through their problems and emerge from the experience more powerful than before. However, for the time being, the drama that has surrounded the leak serves as a harsh reminder of the trustworthiness, loyalty, and love that are all so fragile. When it comes to reality television, nothing is ever exactly as it appears to be. It is possible that what appears to be a straightforward scandal is, in fact, the result of years of clandestine tension and conflicts that have not been resolved. As time goes on, it is inevitable that the Harris family will continue to have difficulties, not just in their private lives, but also in the public eye. However, if there is one thing that we are certain of, it is that the drama inside the Harris family is not even close to being ended.